out of the way to win prizes.
Hello, everybody. And with that...
I'm glad that we're live 30 seconds after that conversation.
Thank you for hanging out in chat. We are the NAT30s. And this is the Bums of Greenest campaign, running Tyranny of Dragons, slightly modified. We are down a Micaiah for the night, but maybe she'll be checking us out. Hopefully tonight, if she's awake. Let's see. I see in chat we've got Heartbreaking. Hey there. Fires of Atheline is here. I see that we've got Rod, or Bearwolf from Raging Rolls, hanging out in chat. And let's see. We've also got Eric from the Brush Republic. I see all of you sneaking. I see you. Thank you for hanging out. I'm going to roll through our announcements real quick. So we, first of all, are saying thank you to our sponsor, the Armory War Games and Hobbies, located in Fairhaven, Massachusetts. We have actually started a really cool collaboration with them starting this week, starting tonight. We are going to be doing a word of the week. This is a local giveaway opportunity. So during our sessions, we are going to choose a word of the week. We'll probably just do it organically, I think. Like sometime by the middle of the stream, we'll figure out what the word of the week is going to be. And
are we all supposed to yell like Pee-wee?
We can. You definitely can.
Rachel's like, no, you wake up the kids.
No, yeah.
So all you got to do is watch the show. Find out what the word of the week is. Head over to the Armory anytime between, I guess, Tuesday and Saturday, or Tuesday and Sunday. And right up at the front desk there is going to be our NAT30s jar. You just write your name, your contact information, and the word of the week, throw it in the jar, and on Mondays, the Armory is going to choose a winner. And this will be every week. This is just one of our collaborations. There'll be a couple of other stores that will do similar things, so the word of the week can be used at a couple of places in the local South Coast Massachusetts area. It might expand out depending on the stores and whether or not they open up online sales. So we're leaving that up to them, but we'll figure out what the word of the week is tonight, I'm sure.
Bums.
Let's see the audio. The audio's out of sync, and you know, even though I'm putting the offset, it doesn't really seem to be working very well. Let me try it again. There we go. Let's see if that works. Probably won't. Let's see. We also have a Foundry virtual tabletop, which we will be using tonight. They were nice enough to sponsor a giveaway that we did a week or two ago, and gave away a license. If you are in love with Foundry like we are, then you will appreciate that it's just a one-time purchase of $50. And you get all of these modules and digital dice and everything included. So we'll be showing that off in a little bit. We have also joined the Compound Network, a local collaborative of South Coast creatives that's including Fusion Forge 3D Printing, who we are currently working with to get some minis out and maybe be giving them away as soon as we get the whole set. And we'll be sharing that in our Discord and on social. And then also all these lovely partners, where we have the Compound itself, which is a Twitch channel. You should jump over there, hit follow. They play SRG, Warhammer, and a bunch of other tabletop games. Right now they're on a little bit of a hiatus, but hopefully that will change soon, fingers crossed. And we've got the Brush Republic. Their Instagram is there, which you can click there and then go to their website. Fusion Forge 3D, Moral 3D Prints, and Counterclockwise, which is a YouTube channel where they play a card game that I can't remember the name of, but one day I'll remember it. Yes, Fires of Atheline. Tailspire is beautiful, but like I said, I just don't have time for it. I'll just be purchasing. We'll see if one day I decide to purchase like somebody else's work, and then maybe we'll do like a quick session. I don't know. That's the 3D one, guys and gals. Okay, so I am going to roll into the bums intro, and then we're going to get started with tonight's session. Well, here we go.
Right. From Hero Forge for the Kickstarter, and so I'll probably have Hero Forge do my most complicated one, and then have the other ones done by these dudes.
Okay.
I forgot that we had that one from the Kickstarter.
Yeah, don't forget that. Back that shit in like, what was it, February?
Yeah.
Oh, Fires of Atheline just gifted a reroll. I'm gonna roll a d8 and see who got it. It's gonna be a random roll. So let's see who gets the reroll tonight. 7. It's me.
The bad guys.
So does that mean that we get to pick when you re-roll though? That's what it should be.
You wish. All right, so I got to make a note to myself here on my little piece of paper that I have. Reroll. All right,
I have like a million jillion little points. I should do something for our benefit.
How bad is my audio sync? Is it pretty bad? I have it to try to do like a whole second off, but I don't know if it took. Anyway, nothing I can do about it. Fucking sucks. It's just the way it is.
That's a good question. Can we spend our own critty points on stuff for the party, even though we're in the party?
You can.
Cause it's like a lot that I have. Like
I have infinite amount. Just saying.
All right. Okay. Well, I have like 22,000. I'll just advantage for days for everybody. Like, fuck it, give the DM advantage. Everybody gets advantage. You get advantage. We get advantage.
I'll have probably 35k at the end of this session tonight.
Nice.
I'm
almost
saving
there.
up for the fun magic item.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of doing too. Maybe I'll
Alright.
build an NPC.
So.
Well, I can do 2 of Abaddon's wild magic.
She's like, so. Come on.
All right. So when we last left the Bums of Greenest, you all had finally made your way through the Mirror of Dead Men. Had a snafu in the castle of Naratar, which led you.
Is that what we're calling it?
Sure. through it, through it very quickly, and down into the dungeon below. After following Dralmor Borngray, the kind of second in command at the castle, down into that dungeon, as it appeared he was trying to escape. You found a portal, and Abaddon was able to use her Arcana knowledge to cast the Wind Wall spell using the necklace that was around Borngray's neck, and sent you through the teleportation portal that you found to an unknown location. When you got there, you found yourself in a heavily wooded, snowy area, very cold, and you were greeted within a minute or so of your arrival by your old friend Lenithon, the great blue dragon in her human form, although bigger and more impressive every time you see her. She expressed disappointment in Abaddon's inability to get her something that she had promised that she would, and so destroyed her gift that she had given to Abaddon, the orb, the little purple orb that Abaddon has been peering into every night. But on her way out, Lenithon, she did at least warn you that trolls had caught your scent, and gave you the opportunity to not be caught unawares by 2 large icy trolls, not ice trolls, because those are different, and some ambush drakes, which you fought valiantly and were victorious over. So we rejoin you still between the portal stones that you found yourselves transported to, just outside of a lodge that's about 120 feet to your west, trying to discuss what you will be doing next. It is also about 8 o'clock at night-ish. It's dark. And you are in the woods. What are you doing?
Before we start, can you let me know that the standing stones, or the draconic poemy thing, the snowy lands, the unquiet swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell me that again?
Yeah. So looking at the hold on, let me find the exact note.
Sorry.
But no problem. When you look at the grooves that are on the side of the stones, you're able to read that it says snowy lands. Hold on, I'll copy paste it here. Oh no, wait, I can do my fun thing that I can do now. Snowy lands, an unquiet swamp of mournful croaking, and the lands of the red sun. These are kind of separate. It's not necessarily a poem that's all written together. They're kind of carved on the stone.
Okay. Okay.
So what are you guys up to?
How cold is it?
It's about 30 degrees or so Fahrenheit. It's cold.
Definitely think we should check out that house.
I agree, but first things first, I think a few of us, we may want to go and rest shortly and perhaps see if we can survey our surroundings. We have no idea where we are right now. We could be anywhere. We have to at least gain our bearings before we go into a cabin in the middle of nowhere outside of a portal.
It's clearly full of cult fanatics. Why else would we be here?
Can we see the cabin from where we are?
Yeah, you can.
Is it
there's
dark?
Cabin or
is
like
it dark? Is
a
it lit?
place?
So I'll show you what it looks like.
That's
It is
big.
dark.
Oh, that's
It's a
little
lodge.
bigger
It's
than-
more,
wow.
yeah, it's a lodge. It is nighttime. There is not a dragon on top of it there, but it is a good 120 or so feet away. You can see it through the trees, and there is a path in the ground that leads towards it. The muddy footprints there.
It's snowy here, you said, right?
It's snowy. Zan, you can make a Zan and Vidania. Why don't you both make survival checks because you are proficient?
I had asked if we could see any light. I don't know if that's what. Seeing any light coming from the windows or anything like that from where we were.
Make a perception check. All right, so both Zan, both you and Vidania, you guys look down at the footprints that are leading away, and you can tell that they are very recent. Vidania, you like get down and you can see mud inside of them leading away from the muddy area in between the portal stones. Zan, with your roll, you can tell that there are two, while there's a lot of footprints kind of leading back and forth, the two most recent appear to be like a human-shaped foot, and the clawed feet of a bipedal something. Could be
Told you,
lizard
Roy.
folk,
Told you, it's here.
could be kobold, could be dragonborn. You can tell that from your roll there. Arik, looking forward and through the trees, you can see a little bit of light, not from any windows, but it appears to be just like a sliver of light coming from that door in the center there, as if the door is slightly open.
And tell everybody that I can see a little bit of light coming from that door. Looks like somebody's home.
I say we take a break over there in the tree line, hidden from sight. Something to eat. Tend to our wounds. We just been through some fucking shit.
Same
4 hours
sentiments.
and 30 degrees at 8 p.m. Don't you think it's going to get colder and
Is it short break 4 hours?
can we
or 1
freeze
hour?
to death?
No, short rest is only 1 hour.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all you wanted to do.
It'll give some of us some stuff back.
At the very least, we'll be able to clean our wounds. Because
We'll have to snuggle.
Zan's hurting.
We'll have to snuggle together to stay warm. Hopefully nobody has any problems with that.
Etha looks at you, Arik, and is like, only if I get to bunk with you, Trogdor.
Alright, but with her I want to be a little spoon.
Like, I wouldn't have it
telling
any other way.
I know. Micaiah could be the big spoon behind her.
Okay,
All
well, let's rest then. We'll be ready for whatever, or somewhat ready for whatever might be in there.
So
Okay.
we want to sneak around to maybe a hidden, in the trees. I'm guessing, right, guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't want to be directly in the path of the portal and the front door.
And the dead gnomes. I mean, the dead trolls.
That's a good point.
A field full of dead gnomes.
We did light them on fire. That's
Yes, you did.
that's letting people know that.
So what's your plan? What are you doing?
You guys
Gonna-
be-
Find a
Is there-
comfy spot in the woods and take a rest. take a eat, take a squat.
Okay, which way are you going? North, south, west, or are you going towards the lodge? How are you finding a place to rest?
I would recommend we go to a place where we can see the portal and the lodge still.
Alright, so maybe if the portal's here, we go to like the left of it, and then it's
towards
that and the lodge are within our line of sight.
We wouldn't want to go left because I believe that's north and that's where the trolls came from.
That is where the trolls and Linnathon, that's the direction they came from.
So we probably want to go
that way. Maybe there's
south
something there.
towards the right. Have
Right.
fun running to where the trolls came from.
Alright, so you're going to the south. Let's see how badly.
Let's see how badly you guys fucked up. Alright.
Okay, so you go to the south. Make a let's see, we're gonna have Zan and Vidania make a survival check again to see if you can find a suitable place. Alright. You travel about 50 to 60 feet away from the portal and can see that, you know, maybe another 30 or 40 feet ahead of you is a good spot to set up a camp. Are you just kind of resting? How's your camp going?
I didn't think we would set anything up. We were just
taking the time just to.
You're just taking an
heal up.
hour.
yeah, just sit down.
All right. Who's watching while you do this?
I'm probably in the best condition, which sucks just because I probably also have the lowest stat for it, but I'll take a watch so everybody can rest.
I can watch and he can rest.
Me?
Yeah.
Whatever you guys are
Yeah,
doing, just let me know.
Well,
Ernie, don't you get a spell back?
Yeah, I was gonna
Do you
say.
get spells back? For a short
Well,
rest?
everybody gets something back on a short rest.
No,
You don't get anything back?
I don't get any of my spells.
If if we're taking a
Do
watch,
you
do we
need to
get
heal?
the rest too?
I mean, I could heal and I would get a few things back.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
you should do that.
If we take a watch, do we still have the benefits of the rest?
I will say yes. For an hour long of just like kind of sitting there resting, you would get the benefits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Xander has to meditate for 30 minutes during the short rest in order to gain back his key points.
Alright.
So Zan can watch.
I get back everything on a short rest, like literally absolutely everything. So if somebody wants to take a watch with me, that way it covers my bad stats for doing so. I didn't realize that we got it. The benefits of it if we took a watch.
Right.
DM, can you just go over one more time how to pull our character sheet? Because I just tried pulling mine up to roll hit dice and it's saying level 5 again.
Oh yeah, mine too.
Just make sure that your D&D Beyond is the most up to date.
Mhm.
So like everybody, you can go into your D&D Beyond and just make sure it is exactly like your spell slots that are not that you used. Just make sure that that's all up to date before you hit the button. But you go to your character sheet and you click on the B that's right next to your name, the D&D Beyond B,
Oh, right at the top.
and
Mhm.
then hit import. And
we wanna hit-
make sure that import new items only is checked off.
So it's clicked or not clicked.
It is checked off, yeah.
So import new items. Study.
Well, don't do it until after you've done your short rest on D&D Beyond.
Right.
Well, you can
Make sure
take
that you can do the short rest within. If anything changes on your D&D Beyond, that's how it's going to pull it in. So just make
Okay.
sure that all your, and which is fine because some of you leveled and haven't had a chance to change your spells. So you can go ahead and do that.
The short rest counts for a level up.
So you weren't able to change your spells just because you reached level 6. You added your spell slots, but some people can change their spells only if they do a short rest. So that's
I think
when
most spells are a long rest.
or whatever.
No, level spells. Like
yeah,
like
the level spells. Yeah.
Rangers can only switch their spells at a level change.
Yeah, so this is considered when you like officially become level 6.
Okay.
I'm not gonna update. Okay.
For some reason, Foundry, it updated my hit points and my movement and my key points, but it's still only showing 5 hit dice and level 5 character.
Same. It won't change out of my. It won't go to level 6.
Let's see. All right. I am afraid to have you unclick the import new items only. Because if anything was created within Foundry, it will not update it.
I mean, I think everything else, like, I'm just gonna roll my short rest dice in D&D Beyond, and then I'll re-import it, because I don't want to mess up the while we're in session. That way we can just keep going.
Yeah, I'll roll that in here.
All right. Let's see.
It's weird. All my stats look like they're correct. It's just for some reason it's just my level that's different for some reason.
Are your hit points and armor class and everything is good or no?
Yeah. The only thing is just hit dice, and it says level 5 instead of level 6.
All right.
Strange.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, that's weird. I wonder why. It says I only have 5 hit dice. I should have 6.
Well, it says on the bottom, when using import new only, features managed by the class, such as levels and spell progression, won't be updated. Some items are always updated. So if you want to import blah 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 blah, save new entities do not overwrite in the module settings. So if you
it's okay. I mean, if the only thing is the level, then
yeah, I'll create backups of you guys, and then we can try it just in case. We'll do it after. All right, so go ahead and make me a
Beowulf. Beowulf, we are better than the debates.
Yes, we are. It's not hard to do. So go ahead and roll. Whoever's on watch, you can roll perception checks. I thought it was 2 of you, so.
Yeah, I'll roll one.
It's me and Erdnot. Nice.
Perception.
Nice.
As fuck.
I know, right? We're seeing a lot. 17.
All right. So you all sit there and do your rest. Let's see. Issa is also going to roll some hit dice here. Oops. Wrong way. So you guys are doing a short rest. She's got 8 hit points left. right. So let's see.
Wish my lay on hands came back with a short rest. That'd be nice.
All right. I don't know how many she's gonna use here. She's rolling like shit.
Damn.
I rolled
There we
4,
go.
4, 4, 4 for my hit dice.
All right, that's fine.
Let's see, what does she get? D8s?
Yeah. All right.
Oh shit!
So,
I forgot to add my modifier to those. Hold on. So
the modifier.
yeah, when I roll D10 plus
Your Constitution modifier.
yeah, plus 2, I think, to my hit dice. So I actually have more health than what I thought I did. Oh, stupid me. Hold on, let me recalculate that. Yeah, plus
All right.
2.
So you, Erdnot and Arik, you stay up while others are meditating or resting, and the wind just kind of blows through pretty steadily. You guys are getting pretty cold over this hour. You listen and can hear now and again. I heard an owl at some point, but I don't know where it came from because I didn't see anything pop up in chat. So, you hear some.
It's just Ben behind you. He's going,
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Do you want to do Micaiah's short rest stuff, or?
Yes, I will do that. Let's see here.
She's a hair from
Let's
being
see
dead.
what she's got. So she did not use her wild shape at all yet. And her spells, I don't know what she's got. Okay, I see here. Let's see. So she's got healing word or cure wounds, it looks like. She's not gonna use those though. Maybe she will. She's gonna use that. Raging Rolls! Thank you for the resub. Thank you so much. We are gonna come up with a subscriber benefit too with our little minis, so more to come. There's so much in the works. Alright, so she's going to cast Cure Wounds on herself. At first level. Alright, there's so much to move around here. 8 points. She still needs more though. We'll apply that healing, and she's going to use a hit die.
Vidania, were you gonna roll hit dice to recover or anything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I just
kinda-
didn't. It's all good. I just didn't want to we start and then you're like, oh shit, I forgot to, and then it's too late.
I can't
It's too
figure. Oh,
So
wait,
on
I
your,
see.
yeah, on your character sheet, it's there. So, all right. So, let's see.
Just a heads up. When you change your spells, if you have that import only, it doesn't remove your old spells from your spell list.
Okay.
All right. So the hour goes by pretty quietly, and you don't see anything. You don't hear anything other than the occasional like squirrel chittering across, or an owl in the background. What are you doing?
Is our short rest over now?
Yes.
what the fuck? Oh, that was.
Do we want to send our
The dog.
scouts to maybe check out the house?
All right.
We definitely want to know what we're walking into. I mean,
So-
we can try and say that we are members of the cult. I mean, it went so well for us last time, but
I'm
perhaps,
not speaking this time.
perhaps we've learned from our mistakes. If someone sees us before we're ready, perhaps we can try to convince them we are from the cult and there's been some sort of revolution with the lizard folk. We've come here after we saw Born Grey fall. He was on his way
He
himself.
told us how to get here. Yes.
That at least gives us an excuse. Whether or not they'll give us a chance to say it, perhaps better to be prepared.
Aye.
We can either go in there as a group with that as a cover story, or we can send our 2 ranger scouts to check it out first.
Well,
What do you guys want to do?
how's my disguise looking, DM?
That's probably out the window at this point.
Your
Well, you never
your-
know.
Yeah, no. So you're disguised with like your horns all covered and everything. Oh, and you had green skin too. So the green skin is a little washed out. You because you've been sweating and fighting. It's like got streaks in it. Your horns are no longer wrapped up. You look a little bit like a hot mess, I'd say.
Okay.
After all that.
Emphasis on the hot.
Woo! Okay.
What are you
So
guys
Well-
doing?
You want us to check it out? We'll all
I think
stay.
that's a good idea.
Probably
We should,
best.
we should all stay within a certain distance. My quiver is only good for 30 feet, but if we're all close enough, if things go wrong, we can shout to each other.
Right, but Erdnot and I wouldn't want to blow up your spot by wouldn't want to give you guys away by being unstealthy. So maybe we should hang
Understood.
back a little bit.
I say we
Understood.
walk right through that front door and
That's what I
announce
said.
our presence.
What's the group want to do?
I think we should at least.
Ooh, how come Micaiah can't go like a little mouse or something, and we can set her near there and see what's inside?
Last
she-
time she was
oh,
a
that's-
mouse, she almost got eaten.
It's true.
I don't think there are any cats around here, Erdy.
It wasn't a cat, it was a lizard person.
Fucking.
Have her change into like a ferret or a weasel or something. kind of
Yeah.
fierce.
So
Just
we
a
wanted to
suggestion, but if Micaiah doesn't want to do it, I understand.
Might want to save that in case we do need to fight our way out. Someone who could turn into a wolf might be better than a scouting ferret.
Are we still, DM, are we still 120 feet away, or are we farther? Like, when we moved, did we move like adjacent to it? So we're still the same distance?
That's up to you guys.
Well, why don't you just our scouts go check it out? We'll follow at a distance where we won't affect any stealth rolls. I guess would be the best way to put that.
Yeah, you went into the woods about 100 feet, but if you guys wanted to get closer, then that's fine, or you just went kind of like parallel, that's up to you.
In my head, personally, I was thinking we went like parallel or even like almost around. So we were the same was it radius? Was that the word that I'm thinking for? Like
Yeah.
distance away from the house, not like just off, you know. That's just me, what I thought. Alright, well you guys wanna head you guys take point, we'll follow behind.
Let's go.
Okay. Vidania and Zan are going up first.
Yes, stealthily.
Okay. And everyone else is staying behind. About how far?
Within the 30-foot range, right?
That's not.
Yeah.
It'd have
Not
to
me.
be.
Because
Erdnot and Arik should stay further back as to
How
not.
far back are you guys staying?
At least 60 feet.
Okay. So we've got Avedon, Micaiah, and Issa 30 feet away, and then another 30 feet we've got Erdnot and Arik. Then Vidania and Zan are going up front. Correct?
Sounds
Correct.
All right.
Which is
Sounds like something
usually
we
the
do.
opposite. I was gonna say, which
I
is
know.
usually the opposite of what we do, but we're hoping that you guys can be stealthy.
So everybody roll stealth checks, please.
We don't, right? Or we
Nope,
do?
everybody.
Oh no.
You're not
It's
Eric.
a natural 20 for Zan.
Of course it is.
Nice.
Of course.
An 11.
11. We both got
Oops.
11.
So did I was gonna say.
So
did
if we're
Avedon.
clanking pots and pans together, at least we're doing it at the same decibel.
I know, right? Synchronized clanking.
All right, so that was a nat 20 for Zan, and Avedon rolls
He moves.
3 times, so I'm going to delete
Yeah.
the other 2.
That's
Uh,
a lot.
Total 27 for Zan.
27 and Vidania 14. Okay.
We're just
Um,
covering the sound of his advance. That's what we're doing. We're just clinking and clanking, and he's able to move so quietly.
All right, 1 second. Well, I look something up real quick.
Well, this might have been a really bad idea. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, I said we go walking right in.
You can if things go sour. Just run. just run, sling arrows.
All we
throw
need to do
swords.
is walk in with a lanyard and a clipboard. No one
What
will
is
question us.
What is this clipboard that you speak of? I've never heard of it.
Whoops.
Into access backstage.
I used to be a woodworker. I've never heard of this type of board. It's a clip tree?
All right. So you guys stealthily move up ahead of the group, and as you approach, you see this an ancient building that has a wood and plaster upper floor over a fieldstone lower floor, and the shuttered windows are all closed. The roof is completely overgrown with moss, and there's a single door that stands slightly open. That was what Arik noticed. It's just slightly ajar, and you can see some dark smoke. Although it is dark out, looking up, you can see dark smoke kind of like billowing out of one of the 3 fireplaces. Roll both Vidania and Zan roll me perception checks. please.
So, 24 for Zan.
Okay.
And you got, was that nat 20?
20.
No, it was a 20 though.
Oh damn! I thought it was an actual too.
These rolls are too good right now. We're gonna get fucked later.
So looking up, you do notice as you are approaching the lodge, suddenly you see some like movement on the top of the roof. It almost looks like wings kind of stretching out and then retracting. And you can also see like a head lifts up on the top of the roof there, and you can see very familiar antlers sticking up for just a moment, and then a head lowers back down. But it is dark and hard to see. So
Arik's hot just broke.
So how close are you guys getting to the lodge?
to get close enough if we could see any movement on the inside.
Okay. So you are approaching the door.
Or if there's any windows that are lit up that we can see.
Yeah, all the windows are
all-
closed and shuttered.
Yeah, close enough that we can see through the crack in the door.
Alright. So I'm gonna actually, let's see, I'm gonna activate this scene just to give you an idea of like what you can see here. And I'm gonna throw your tokens down. But just Zan and Vidania. And I'm gonna put the rest of you back here. And Micaiah is there too. So as you approach here, you let's see. You can see that this door, is slightly ajar. So you're approaching.
Yes.
Okay. You can move up your character. So as you guys get closer to the door, you can hear some like movement and whatnot inside, and you can see that it opens into a smaller room there, but you can't really see anything past it.
Is anyone other than Vidania within 30 feet? Zan will relay.
So as you guys are getting closer here, there's not really any place to hide within 30 feet. Everybody else kind of steps back and is a good 60 feet back in the tree line, unless people want to start moving forward. Abaddon, Micaiah, and Issa are now hanging back with Erdna and Arik on the edge of the tree line.
So they went into the house, or they
Nope.
just went up to the door?
No, they just went up to the door. You can see them.
And Arik didn't see the wings or anything like that, correct?
No, you did not. So you can see them like just on the edge of those steps in the darkness, about 60 feet ahead, and that is like the edge of your dark vision here. There's a little bit of light coming out of that doorway, so you can see them, but
Arik wouldn't move until he saw somebody like wave him on. Not that they know like military hand signals or anything like that, I don't think, but you know,
Right.
the usual.
So we
thumbs
got
up
a
and-
signal to move forward. We're just sitting there.
Zan, using his quiver, is going to look at to Vidania and say, perhaps we should go in. Zan,
I like that she actually whispered it.
Zan is going to look back towards the group and then head towards the door.
all right.
Was that a signal to go in, or is he just going in to get killed? Or hide under the bed again?
Issa looks at you guys and she's like, I don't know. You guys are an enigma to me.
I think we'll be able to tell from the screams.
All right, so Zan and Vidania, you're going in.
Zan wants to look around the door first, make sure there's no alarms or birds nearby.
Okay, you can make an investigation check.
I can take care of the birds.
It's 22.
Oh, because you didn't play the last session. Your little neck thing tried attacking one of the drakes last
did?
during the battle.
Oh yeah.
It was
It
the
tried
troll,
saving your
actually.
Was it a troll?
It took a snap at a troll's face that tried to attack you.
Oh.
But yeah.
Because you were very close to death.
Yes.
It's gonna lose its
So-
perch.
But you did have an awesome kill as well.
Yes.
So looking at the doorway, you take a good, decent scan of it using the light that's coming out, and you don't see anything that gives you any pause.
Okay, Xander is going in.
And I'll follow.
All right.
And
All right. So as you enter into, you can use your arrow keys. It's probably easier. To
oh
move.
yes, I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
So just inside this front door is a chamber with like pegs and benches for cloaks and boots. And there's a set of rusty spears that is resting in a corner, held in the claw of a small drake statue. But as you look over here, this does appear to be like a guard post of sorts, but it is empty at the moment.
Waiting for the others to come up a little bit more. Zan's just gonna kind of take a look at the guard post.
So it's nothing special. There's nobody in there. Looking in, you can see that there are two doors that lead somewhere where you don't know. And it appears to be empty and not really used anytime soon or anytime in the recent history. There's some dust on the floor.
This is taking too long. We should go in.
Figured it at least like, all right, guys, it's good.
I feel my stones freezing.
All right, so you guys.
All right, Erdy, you lead the way.
All right.
All right, everybody, make stealth checks one more time.
Oh boy.
Oops.
Yikes.
We're all walking in. I am so great.
Yes.
Yeah, so you all are just kind of like walking across the open area there towards the front door when you, let me see here. Okay. As you are walking across, there is a sudden whoosh as a very familiar winged creature dives down from the rooftop. You like barely get a chance to see. And Arik needs you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I actually have a feat for that. Sure. It says if you are incapacitated, if you are, is this going to be something that makes me only take half damage?
I hear a child.
I thought you were doing that like towards me. I was like, shit. Like, did I just ask a question that like I wasn't? The shield. I have the shield master feat. So when I took when we leveled up, I have 2 or 3 options. But the 2 that work for this are if you aren't incapacitated, you can add your shield's AC bonus to any dexterity saving throw. You make against a spell or other harmful effect that targets only you. And then the second one is if you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to only take half damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw, interposing your shield between you and the source of the effect. I guess I would have to know is it like a half damage, full damage thing if I make...
No, it is a full damage or no damage.
Okay, so then it's just a straight thing, and then I can add my +2 to that. You said it was a saving throw?
Yes.
Okay. So that's 12. Not great.
Okay.
10 +2 for my shield.
All right. So you needed to get a 12. So you jump out of the way just in time as one of the oops, wrong one. As a Periton comes diving out of the sky, whooshes by, and makes this like horrible kind of mixture between a bird and like a rabbit dying kind of noise, as it screeches by and then disappears past you into the wooded area. What are you guys doing?
How far are we from the door?
I would say you're probably, you're probably about 20 feet from the door now.
Oh,
Can we move our tokens up? Or...
Yep, I'm putting them up right now.
Oh.
I'm just dashing like a motherfucker.
Same.
All right.
Whew.
Yeah.
Baseball slide through. Like, on the shield. I'm gonna like shield surf through the door against one of those things. Last time we came up against those things, they almost ripped my eye out.
Alright, sorry, this music is too loud. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you guys can go ahead, you dash towards the door there, and run into the front entryway, no longer being quiet as you run. And Issa's like, holy shit, what was that?
A beastie that likes human hearts.
Yeah, a flying murder deer. I don't like those.
So, as I mentioned, you rush inside of the front door here, and you can see this entryway chamber with the guard post to your right.
Well, you find anything, boy? Oh, I call you lad. He's boy. Find anything, lad?
No, not yet. I was just about to check the door if I could hear anything on the other side of it.
Well, what are you waiting for?
And just be like, come.
Okay, so roll a perception check.
That's a 7.
You put your ear up against the doorway, and everyone behind you is just kind of making so much noise that it's pretty difficult to hear anything on the other side. But it sounds quiet.
Having a bit of trouble hearing if anyone's on the other side of the door. What?
All right, we'll all be quiet.
Do we want to just head in?
Well, we ain't going back out there.
Nope. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Zen will quietly open the door.
Okay. So you do your best to open the door quietly, but when you click and open, it just makes this loud like as it opens. And you can see, you can go ahead and click to open the door. You can see that this is the central hallway has stairs, large wooden doors, and a set of fine plate armor on it. Flanking this main entrance as you look through, I'll see if you can see. Okay. There are 2 freestanding suits of armor right here and right here that are in elven plate. They're both coated in like this chipped green paint. And there are 2 man-sized demonic statues that stand near the base of the stairs. And as you enter into this hall, you can hear a lot more movement now coming from up the stairs and behind the various doors. Oops, I just opened that door. That you can see. Just sounds like people walking. There's a little bit of like chatter.
Okay. I'll move out of the way so other people can come in.
I'll follow. What do you mean I collide with a wall?
Does it look like I could take that plate armor off the statue?
So the statues are right near the door. You make a perception check.
I'm also going to look at it. I'm assuming you want me to make a perception check also?
Yep.
Yeah, just looks like metal to me. Oh, God damn it.
So, looking at it, it looks like you perhaps could take them. They're just kind of freestanding there.
Would it fit me, or would it be too big?
They are elven suits of armor.
So they're ugly.
That's a subjective observation.
Wow.
Do they feel warm if I put my hand up to it? Does it have any kind of like a weird feeling to it?
Oops.
So you reach out and place your hand on it to feel if there's any warmth.
You don't have detect magic.
No, but usually they have like she always says it's like a familiar feeling.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, damn it.
As you reach out to touch this armor.
17.
Okay. Let's see. So you reach out, you touch the armor, and in that moment you feel this flash of cold that emits as these runes, like suddenly on the armor, light up and flash. You pull your hand away just in time, and take a step back instinctually, and nothing happens. You did feel like a flash of this cool air, like almost like poof in your face, but you step back and you feel as though you may have just avoided something unpleasant.
So
not poop in your face, poof.
I
was like, what?
You almost got some shit in your face.
I mean, as long as it's not going to kill me, I guess. it's like, oh, you dead. I'll take a step back and just look at Erdnot with wide eyes, like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah,
also,
it's elven armor. Looks ugly.
How long has it been since we left the underground of Castle
Grayskull?
Naytok. All right.
It has been definitely over an hour, maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2.
Because I have that ring that I took off his body.
Yep.
I just didn't know what it. I don't know how long it takes to. If it's like an untunable thing or anything like that.
Oh, I didn't know you were wearing it. You've been wearing it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember you saying you were wearing it. I know you took it, but I didn't know you were wearing it.
Yeah, he just grabbed it and slipped it on. I don't like the way you asked that. That's not
Okay.
for.
Take it off. Take it off.
So
No, I
in your
grabbed it.
so in your character sheet, there is an unidentified ring.
Yep. Do I have to roll it?
No. That should have just changed.
Oh, cool. Okay. That's neat. Sorry, I'm not used to magical things. Alright, cool. Thank you.
It has currently. I'm just updating what it's got though. So there you go. All right. So that is what it is. So, what are you guys doing?
Zan wants to take a quick once over in the room to see if there's anything looking of value, and then he wants to check and listen behind this door in the corner.
Okay. So you take a quick look.
This door.
Okay. You take a
Ar's
quick
gonna
look.
stand in the center and not touch a fucking thing. Just hands to himself.
Taking a look around this room, there doesn't seem to be much in the way of interesting items. There is that desk there, but you can hear. So looking up, you are in a main hall, and you can look up to see the second floor with a banister on those stairs. You do hear like a door open and close here and there. But you haven't seen anyone yet. Zan, make a perception check for that door, or not, you can make one for the other door there.
13 for Zan.
Oh, it's like we swapped roles. Got a 19.
So Zan, you can hear kind of like muffled talking coming from the behind the door. It doesn't sound like it's just right on the other side of it, but you can hear some muffled speaking. Or not, as you place your ear against the doorway there, you do hear footsteps walk past it, and then you hear another door open, but not close.
There are definitely people here.
I can hear people talking on the other side of this door. I'm not sure where, but I think no matter which door we choose, there are going to be people on the other side.
All right, then what's our story?
Cat.
There was a revolt.
If
We are survivors. And the dead elf told us to come here.
not sure if that's gonna work with the half dragons here.
Or at the very least could give us time to surprise them.
Alright, well, let's pick one of these doors then.
Does everyone
Maybe
remember
me.
the handshake?
No.
Erdnot.
I'm doing
Just
it
gonna
right. Is
Wave my hand to Erdnot like
the
this.
5 fingers spread out?
I think
Yeah,
for
Issa,
the time
Issa looks
being,
at all of you and is like, guys, it's this. Just
for the time being, let's all
Isn't that
keep
what I was
our
doing?
hands to ourselves.
if anything, just let me do the talking.
Aye, she's good at that.
I'll
Alrighty,
stay in the back.
Oh yeah, Abaddon, you look a hot mess, man. Here, hold on. Oh, you guys didn't have any more makeup. That was it. So
That was
never
it
mind.
for the
She
kids.
comes over and she's gonna try to like blend your makeup lightly, at the very least.
Oh, is there any dirt or candles around? Are there any like burned candles? Yeah.
Make an investigation check.
Make sure they don't poop in your face.
Is there, you know that shit that flew into Eric's face? Can I grab some of
This-
that? Investigation said? You said right.
Lee
Yeah.
just looked at me. Lee just looked at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? I swear it was relevant to the game.
So you're looking for candles?
Yeah, like a candlestick with ash or something like that.
Yeah, so right over on this desk, you are able to see that there's a candlestick with some, just a little bit, but it is burnt down about halfway that you can use.
Issa, will you help me?
Yeah, you got it. Just bend down.
Alright,
And so she helps using the ash to like blend a little bit, and you can dictate how she does it.
It's contouring, so it's here,
Oh. Mhm.
here. No, she'll blend a bit, just enough to. I mean, it'll make the green a little bit darker, but I just won't be as white out white.
Okay. So she does a beautiful job with her 25, and she steps back. Everybody, you look over, and it just takes a minute or two because she works very quickly. And Abaddon has like a greenish but not washed out color. She kind of wraps your horns back up with the cloak, so they're slightly covered. She's like, I don't know if you're a demon or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter what color you are. Or if you have horns, really. So we'll see. Maybe they'll be cool with it. And which way you guys going?
Wait. Did you hear anything about this place while you were in the castle?
She looks over. Nope. I didn't even know there was a portal down there. I just knew that's where they were bringing crates and stuff. I found that out while you guys were eating birds.
We're eating birds.
Danya's
She's
necklace.
referring to my
I was gonna say, what do you mean?
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna reach over and just give it on the back of her. Bird, the whole reason we're in this mess.
It's been a long day.
So as you guys are standing there, you hear a door click open above you, and then footsteps walking, and then they stop. And peering over the banister just above your head, about 10 feet up, you see a kobold face look down. And it just kind of stands there looking at you all, and then starts walking down the hallway towards the top of the stairs, just kind of casually. And heads down the stairs, and Issa just stops and gives you guys all like a look, and then looks at this kobold as it walks down. It's wearing almost like servant type clothes, not fighting clothes, but it does have like a tattered kind of apron hanging down. It is wearing like a bit of a shirt, almost like a cartoon character. There's no pants, but the apron is covering anything. And it walks down the steps, and as you're looking, it does appear to be holding some sheets, and as it comes down the stairs, it just kind of looks at all of you and looks around like,
Sand's going to use his quiver to send a message to Abaddon. Perhaps you should speak Draconic. It could cause an alarm. Perhaps get him to tell us where we should go.
Can I nudge Micaiah because she speaks Draconic? And she's. Can I kick her from where I am because she might be less sticky outy than I am?
So you kind of give her a little kick, and she looks at you, and she's like, she looks like a deer caught in the headlights. Are you guys doing anything? This kobold is like starting to walk down the stairs. They've got sheets in their hands. They're like, I'm not RPing your way out of this.
Who's supposed to be the talker in this situation, apparently.
Zen is going to ask the kobold, do you speak Coleman?
It stops and it comes down the stairs, like stopping, like kind of scooting a little bit past you, Arik, trying not to touch you. They're shorter. They're like 4 feet, so a little bit taller than Issa and Erdnot there, and kind of looks over and sees you at the door, and it says, yes, speak common.
We're from the castle. There's been some trouble. Who's in charge here?
It takes a look at all of you and then looks back at you, Zan, and goes, Talus.
Are they upstairs?
Yes.
Which room?
Wait here. And it walks past you, Erdnot, opens up this kind of like scoots again, if you're in the way there, scoots past you through the door,
Yeah,
keeps it open.
I'm just looking at it.
As it opens the door, you can hear some louder talking coming from more north direction, and it keeps the door open but walks through. And Erdnot, you can see into this room. It is more of a hallway, and there are a couple of extra doors. Actually, that one's closed. And you can hear talking in common coming from the north as the kobold walks up into that room. There's a moment where you can hear some speaking in broken common, like you just heard, and then you can hear some talking. You can't quite make out what they're saying, but Issa's like, I don't speak Draconic, so.
Well,
You do better when people can understand me.
Well,
we
do
should
we
be
wanna actually
prepared
wait-
for hard questions.
Do we want to wait here, or do we want to get the hell out of here? Go through that other door Zan's in.
Perhaps that's not a bad idea.
Do
So
we
as you
really
guys
want
are-
them to start searching the place when they come back and we're not here?
Yeah, as you guys are having this conversation, you hear some footsteps, and in walks a human individual who is just wearing, again, some kind of like regular common clothing. They appear to be a woman who steps in. Her hair is like kind of draped over half of her face and straight brown. She's got like tan skin. Comes in and looks at all of you like, Hail Tiamat.
Hail Tiamat.
And
Hail
Issa does
Tiamat.
the same. The kobold tells me you come from the castle.
Aye, there appears to be some sort of rebellion going on between the bullywugs and the lizard folk. Borngray did not make it.
Oh. I did see Resmir come running through here, but she went straight upstairs to Talus.
We were trying to make it with him. He just fell just before the portal. He showed us where it was.
Make a deception check.
This is why I wanted Abaddon to talk. 13.
Great. So didn't mean to have her hold up. So the woman like kind of wipes her hands on this apron that she's also wearing. She's like, well, we'll have to let you know. We'll have someone go tell Talus that we have extra hands here. In the meantime, we're making some food. So come on in.
We arrived just in time.
So she goes back through this doorway, and just gonna put all these people here together. You guys following her?
Oh yeah, there's food.
Yes. As we walk, I'll ask, are there any bullywugs here?
You're asking the cultist?
Yes.
Okay. She kind of stops and turns to look at you, and she's like, ew, no.
Good.
We leave those things behind at the castle.
Yes.
And your name, lass?
She looks and... Son of a bitch, hold on. Let me get my paper. With my names on it. Son of a fucking bitch, there. So she doesn't look back at you as you ask her, but she says, my name is Atala. The name that I have been given by the great Tiamat since joining. So she...
It's a good name. If Tiamat
Says,
gave
"Thank
it
you."
to you, it's a good name.
She kind of looks at you, side eye, and then she's like, "All right, you head into the kitchen here, and you see this like spacious kitchen that's a hive of activity. You can hear people walking. There's a large stove against one wall that contains a roaring fire with a bubbling stew pot, and there are shanks of venison suspended above it, and there are strings of onions and herbs that crisscross the ceiling like webs above these cluttered tables. And there are 3 humans, 2 guys and another woman, who are preparing some meals here. They're all kind of within arm's reach of some boiling water, cleavers, and knives. But they're all just kind of making food, all scattered around. Atala comes in, and she says, hey, everybody, we've got company. They came from the castle. It looks like, I don't know, there's some kind of trouble. That's why Resmir came running through, and they kind of all... They're still preparing the food and everything, but one of the guys stops. These are all humans. They, as I mentioned, one of the guys, he's got like a bald head. Looks like he's in his late 50s or so. He stops and looks over. Light-skinned guy. And he says, what kind of trouble?
It seems some sort of trouble possibly with the bullywugs and the lizard folk. It was hard to tell exactly what was going on. Some sort of unrest. And then they attacked us, others of us, of our kind, of our group. And Born Grey told us to follow him.
The guy looks over at his other companions there, and he's like, I never liked those bullywugs. And the other woman who's standing there, she's also probably in her 50s, but she's got dark hair that's like curled up into a bun, and she looks at that guy, and she says, you know, I saw one of them drag off a cultist. I didn't know their name. They were brand new. Nobody lifted a finger. It's like they were just so emboldened after that spatter muck or whatever killed the lizard folk guy. I wouldn't have minded them if they didn't seem to attack us.
Vile, disgusting creatures.
Yeah. So can any of you cook?
I'm not much of a cooker, unfortunately.
I'm just gonna shake my head no.
I'm staying in the back and my hood is up.
Okay. So, seeing that, Abaddon, Atala looks over at you and she's like, we're all friends here. There are no judgments made by the mighty Tiamat. Please, get comfortable. And she looks over and to the other human guy, and he's got short dark hair. And she says, "Hey Ty, go let Talus know we have guests." And he nods and then heads out. Let me just do a double check here of this map to make sure I do the right. Oops.
Oh hell, Megatron.
Yep, he heads up these stairs here to your northwest a little bit. And actually you can't see them. He goes around this like steps. You can see that there are stairs that lead up, and there's a stone wall here. Also, right next to the store, you can see that there are stairs leading down. And Ty heads up that way and disappears.
Is this venison up for grabs?
Atala looks at you and she's like, well, we were just about to finish up here, so yeah, we can all kind of sit down and you guys can rest. It looks like you've been through some shit out there. Did you get caught up with the revolt, with the bullywugs? Did they attack you?
We had to fight our way out.
Wow. Issa steps over and she dives right in as the other three cultists lay out all the food and everything. As you guys are eating, you do see a kobold comes in through this doorway again, and then heads down into the basement.
Was it the same one or a different one, or do they all look the same to us?
Make a perception check.
Am I a kobold racist? No, they all look the same.
Yeah, you can't tell. They just kind of like came in, didn't really speak to the cultists or anything, and headed down into the basement. All right. So, what are you guys all doing as you sit there? They're eating, making small talk with you. Ty comes back down the stairs at a certain point, sits down, and he says, Talus said she'd send for you. I let her know you guys were here.
Thank you.
Eric's just gonna eat, shoving things in his face. He hasn't eaten in a while.
Is there some place that perhaps we could go and rest up and perhaps freshen up before we're greeted with our call?
Ty looks and he says, well, not before the end of dinner, probably. She said to give you guys some time to eat and then send for you up there. She'll send somebody down to get you.
Understood.
Erdnot, actually, let's see, sorry, 1 second. Vidania and Zan, make a perception check.
as well as me, or just
No,
them not?
sorry, just the two of them.
13.
All right. As the two of you are sitting there, just kind of like your ranger senses, you hear some noise coming from the basement down below. Kind of sounds almost like a yell of somebody, but faint. And then about 30 seconds goes by, and the kobold comes back up the stairs and heads back through the doorway, closing it behind them. The cultists that are sitting there with you eating, and they're talking amongst themselves, they don't even seem to flinch at the sound. And the sound doesn't happen again as you're sitting there.
DM, do any of the doors have locks or bolts or anything like that on them that we can see?
Make a perception check.
When you said there was a yell, did it like a scream, like a painful scream, or a yell of alarm?
With those rolls, I'll say Vidania, it does sound like a yell of pain. Nat 20.
Damn.
So looking around at these doors, it does appear that the door over here has a bolt on it, but it's easily unbolted from the inside. The other doors do not appear to have any locks on them.
Okay.
All right, what are you doing?
Now, Erdnah wants to ask a question, but last time he spoke, you got in trouble. I don't know if the question will get us in trouble.
Lisa's sitting there and she looks over at them and she's like, "So, how long have you all been here at the lodge?" And the one guy who you find, the older guy, you find his name. Sorry, I'm looking a note here of these people. You find his name is Dorn. And the woman's name is Zora, the older woman. So Dorn looks over at Issa, and he says, "Well, we've been here pretty steady for a few months now. People come and go, bringing loot and stuff. But we've just been hanging out here with Talus for several months, waiting for our next orders."
Lucky. Have you been to the castle? This is far cozier and nicer and more comfortable than that place. In the middle of the swamp.
And Dorn looks at you and he says, "The castle? Which one?" "Oh, the one you just came from." "Yeah, we made our way through that one, but I didn't want to go back there. Luckily, we got holed up here."
He just continues eating.
Issa looks at you, Arik, and is like, "What do you mean, which one? There's another castle?" And
I wasn't gonna ask any questions because, like Erdnah said, we tend to get into trouble.
And Dorn says, "Oh yeah, there's the one down the way. If you go up on the second floor, you can see it down near the town."
Not to sound overly ignorant here. Where is here? Bongray didn't tell us where we were going. He was just telling us to follow him to escape the revolt.
Zora looks over at you and she says, "Oh, this is you're in the Grey Peak Mountains, dear."
Oh. I don't know where that is.
We're about, how far would you say, Atala? And Atala's like, I think it's like, probably a good, like, 650 miles from the castle. The one you came from, I mean.
Castle Natar.
To the west. Yeah, we're quite a ways from the Mere. That's why it's so cold. I'm not a fan, but I'd rather be here than there.
Not a pleasant place, that Mere.
DM, has Zan been in this region? Remember, that was something we never really talked about. Near mountains.
Would say no, that the Grey Peak Mountains are further north than Zan was from. But Micaiah, if she were here, you kind of see this like look of recognition as she knows of them, although I'll fill her in on what she knows about the Grey Peak Mountains, but she just kind of nods as she's eating, like she knows where you guys might be. All right. So,
did back at when we first came in with the portal and those stones in Draconic, did Abaddon tell us what they said? The stones say something about the red sun.
The thing that I just asked about early when we first got there. Yes.
You did tell us?
I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I did.
I think
I'm not
you did.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So, just conversationally, I'd ask about the third castle. The stones as we came in, they said the land of the red sun. Where's that?
So who are you just kind of asking the table, or someone in particular?
Whoever was talking about the castles before, the one that he said.
Okay.
The same question.
So Dorn, he looks over and he says, "Well, we came from Castle Naratar, but I know that the portal stones, they do lead in from others." Thank you for the host, Pint and Pie. I need to catch up with them about how to like interact with the stream. You can have people like join in your game and stuff from the stream. Anyway, so he looks in and he says, "We came from the swamp, but others do come through that portal from other locations. But the whole mournful croaking, that's Castle Naratar. The red sun, I don't know. People come and go. We don't get to see them for very long. Usually they just drop stuff off in the storeroom or some of the lucky ones get to go straight down to the castle down in Parnast, but we don't typically see them for long."
Sorry that we couldn't have brought anything to put in that storeroom with us as we went. There was no time.
Well, Zora looks at you and she's like, "Well, sounds like you're lucky to have escaped with your life if Borngray couldn't make it out." That's unfortunate. Talus won't be happy to hear that. It was just the Bullywugs? What was the... It doesn't really seem to make sense.
It seemed to be a strategic attack by the lizard folk. They had drakes and large lizards. It was completely by surprise.
So the lizard folk attacked the cultists?
They attacked the bullywugs and then they started attacking everyone, and I think the bullywugs didn't know what was going on. I think I even saw the bullywugs attacking the cultists.
The bullywugs had certainly attacked us.
And Zora, she's just like, "Oh, that sounds horrendous. All
Wait,
those creatures."
Sorry. Out of game, do they actually refer to themselves as cultists? Like, usually when you're a cult, you don't say you're in a cult.
Oh no, they're in the cult. They're in the cult of the dragon.
Okay, so like, I didn't want to like actually say the word cultist or anything. I'd be like, what do you mean cult? Because when you drink
That's what-
Kool-Aid,
that-
you don't think you've drunk the Kool-Aid.
No,
that's
they
why-
own it.
That's why I said
They own
of
it.
our. That's why before I said of our like kind or our group or whatever.
That's why I
said-
thought you said that, because I would have avoided using cultist when addressing the cultists as well. Just
No,
Yes.
they are the cult of the dragon, and that's what they are called.
Alright.
So they kind of talk back and forth for a moment, and you guys doing anything?
Zen's just
Mhm.
kind of looking around, make sure he can see all exits and if anything changes.
How many kobolds are you? Are they loyal? Unlike those lizard folk and bully frog things.
Zora looks over and she's like, "Oh, there's a couple dozen of them here. They seem harmless enough. They do what they need to do, and we leave them alone." And you see Ty. He scoffs a little bit, and he's like, "Kobolds are stupid. There's nothing up
And we
here."
thought- and we thought Erdnut was kobold racist.
So yeah, they're loyal because they know that we could slice their throats in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Well, if
I like
a
that
word
guy.
a word of advice: if they do, don't hesitate. That was our mistake.
You've dealt with kobolds before?
The lizard folk, the bullywugs, they're all the same.
That's the truth.
Racist.
Trying to fit in. Come on, we're trying to fit in with the crew here, you know.
So at this point, Issa, she kind of stands up and she's like, "So where's the shitter around here?" And Zora is like, "Oh, well, if you go,
It's
oh my."
it's not out. It's not just outside. Right? Last time at the cast, when I said, "Hey, I need to use the facilities," they just pointed to the swamp. I never seen another shit-ridden swamp in my life. Die a happy man.
So she's like, "Well, it's actually, I should probably just bring you." And Issa's like, "Oh no, I can find it. It's probably best for me to get acquainted with this place anyway. Who knows how long we're gonna be here." I'm just gonna make a roll for her.
You need more of those.
And so the Zora's like, "Well, oh," and Issa, before she can say anything else, she's like, I'll catch you later." And she is going to, and I'm just gonna make another quick roll.
I'm just gonna watch her walk out like, I thought she was the one supposed to do the fucking talking. Saying that in my head. Like,
So as Issa goes, she like kind of walks towards the door, and then you see her take a sharp right to start heading down the stairs. And Zora, watching her, goes, "Oh honey, no, it's not down there. It's through the door and to the left." And Issa's like, "Oh, I thought maybe it would be down in the basement to maybe mask the smell or something." And Zora's like, "No, honey, through the door and out to your left. You'll go through the main hall and to the left." And then she gives her these instructions, and Issa's like, "Okay, I'll find it." And you see Issa give you guys like a as she heads through the door and closes it behind her. All right, what are you all doing?
Look, for a little thing, she shits a lot.
And Zora's like, oh. So, anything else for the next couple of minutes as you guys are finishing up clinking and... Let me see what other sound effects they've got. Nothing?
How long has it been? Like 10 minutes? Or not very long?
Oh no, it's been a while. You guys,
okay.
if you guys have your calendars up, I have the time.
It's almost
It's getting
11
late.
of 10:15 p.m.
Okay. I mean, that's with the, sitting with these two.
You've
been
been
long
sitting,
since-
eating. Yeah, it's been.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while. Actually, it's been a little bit longer.
So, is anybody sitting across from me, or are they all towards on the other end of the table?
Well, it looks like you're kind of sitting by yourself there. So yeah, the cultists would be sitting at this table with you. So the three of them are sitting with you.
Okay. Never mind then.
How many of us are here currently?
Zora looks over. She's like, "Just us, honey."
And Resmir is here.
Oh no, she left.
Wow. We're only
It was a
graced
quick
by
visit.
her presence very quickly at the castle.
Oh, you could only be so lucky. If only we all had the gift of the dragon blood as Resmir does. And Atala is like, "Hail Tiamat," and Dorn says, "The Almighty Mother," and they all kind of like look at each other, and then they take some more bites.
They really drank the Kool-Aid.
So as you guys are sitting there, a couple of more kobolds, like you see this door open, a couple more kobolds walk in, head down straight into the basement. And you see Ty, he kind of like watches them go, and then he looks at Atala and she says, I don't know how long Talis wants to keep them alive down there, but she hasn't given any other instructions. I don't know what to tell you, Ty." And he's like, ugh. Sighs.
Is it a playroom of sorts downstairs?
And Zora looks at you and she's like, "You could say that, yes. We found some individuals of interest, and Talis has been keeping them down there. We don't know what her ultimate goal is."
Anyone we need worry about?
No, honey, they're tied up.
Anyone you need information extracted from? We have some convincing individuals in our group.
When he says that, Arik is just gonna smile. The biggest, most evil smile.
Dorn looks over and he's like, "No, we've got it covered. We've got it covered. At least maybe when you meet with Talis, you can tell her, but we're good."
Bro. I'll just wait until we meet Talis.
So about 5 more minutes passes, and then Zora looks and she's like, "Do you think she got lost?" She probably did, the poor thing. It's a pretty big lodge. You can easily get lost.
She goes a lot.
Oh,
Like I said,
I see. Well, make a deception check.
Oh, damn. Yeah,
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
told you we were rolling too good.
Zora's like, well, even
What is it to believe? I mean, she's a little halfling that was asking about the bathroom. She's got a shit.
even still, I'm gonna go take a look for her. And Zora stands up and she actually heads down this way and through this door over here, and disappears down that hallway there. Anything else?
Or not, we just kind of look at Zan and say, "Your quiver didn't break in the battle, did it?"
DM, it's just Dorn in here now that Zora's gone of the cultists, or there's
No,
who's
there's
the other
three.
one?
There's
three.
Ty, Atala, and Dorn.
Okay.
And everybody make a perception check. Sorry, I'm almost done, guys, with this, and then we'll wait till Saturday. I'm gonna say the word of the week, by the way, is poof. Poof. So the word this week is poof. So Vidania and Zan again.
No one else is yelling. Okay.
And Abaddon.
Sorry.
You guys hear another couple of cries, and Zan and Vidania, you can tell that there's multiple voices. And then a minute or so later, a couple of kobolds come. Those same two kobolds come back up, and then open and close the door and head down this way. And just as they are leaving, Issa comes back in.
Are the kobolds carrying anything? Like bloody rags, like tooth extractors or anything?
No, as they go down, no, they just kind of head down. They don't have anything, and they head back up with nothing else. So Issa comes back in, and she sits down next to you, Arik. She doesn't make any eye contact with anybody. She just kind of starts, and she grabs a couple of scraps off of there, and Ty is like, "Oh, you found it all right?" And Issa's like, "Yeah. And so Ty
It's never
looks
good when you
over.
laugh at yourself.
I know. So Ty looks at her and he's like, "Well, where did you run into Zora on your way back? She went to go look for you." And Issa's like, "Oh no, I didn't see her." And you see Ty kind of like gives her a look, and he's like, "So you came through the portal, huh?" And he looks over at Dorn, and he's like, "So where did Born Grey end up?"
Is he talking to her or us in general?
He's kind of looking at all of you.
I don't want to
as,
rush these guys. They're brainwashed, but like, they've been nice. Be ashamed to kill them.
He fell to his wounds just outside the portal.
And Ty looks over at Dorn, and Dorn looks at him, and he's like, "What do you mean, the portal here? He's outside?"
No, in the castle.
And Atala looks at all of you, and she's like, "So how did you get through without Born Grey?"
In his dying moments, he gave us this sort of necklace and told us how to get here.
Make a deception check, Arik.
Not another nat one, please. 12.
So you see, Atala looks over. They all kind of seem to be looking at each other now, and the Dorn is like, "So which one of you used it?"
I'll look up. And say, "Hail Tiamat."
And he looks over and he's like, "That's some pretty powerful magic."
Indeed, it came from the amulet itself.
All right, one more deception check. Actually, make a persuasion because that's not necessarily wrong.
Oh my god.
All right, get ready to kill these 3 people, the half dozen kobolds, and whoever the hell's upstairs.
We're flipping the table and just that's
So, you see Dorn, he kind of looks at all of you, and then he just kind of stands up from the table, and is like, "Ty, maybe you should go see if Talus is ready for them. He's looking at all of you. He's like, "I'll be right back." And he heads out over to the back door here. As he does, Zora comes in through this entrance over to the... Why is this not working? Not wanting to... Anyway, she comes in through this door, closes it, and she's like, "Oh, there you are, honey." And Dorn kind of looks at her, unbolts the thing. Zora looks at him and she's like, where are you off to? And he just looks at her and then heads out this back door, closes it. Ty stands up, looking at all of you, and he heads towards the those stairs again. And Zora's looking around, you're a little bit confused, and Atala is like, "Zora, honey, why don't we go with Ty and see if Talus is ready?" And Zora's like, "Oh, well, okay." And she heads over, and you see the three of them head up those stairs as Dorn walked out the back door. And Issa's like, "Fuck."
Since no one else is in the room, Zen's just gonna go up and lock the door. Just so he can't come back in.
Well, before they come back and we have to kill them, should we go downstairs and see who's screaming?
I was gonna say, these other doors have locks on them also? On this side of the door?
No.
No?
Is there anything we can move to barricade those doors?
Zen's just gonna start walking towards the stair and say, "Guys, they're right upstairs. Let's go."
Yeah.
But we're going downstairs and we won't be able to get back up. They'll be waiting for us.
But
We have
We'll
to face
fight our
them
way up.
here, or we have to face them coming back.
this room is rather small. I'd rather at least try and put some distance between us, unless you want a direct head-on fight right now.
It's best for them to come at us one by one, having to go down a staircase.
Why don't we send 2 of us? You and Zan and Micaiah go down and see what's going on. We'll wait up here and we can take on whoever's, if there's any problems.
Zen
You know,
will
we
start...
didn't mean to be murder hobos. You're making us be a murder hobo.
I am not making you do anything.
Issa sneaking around saying that she has to shit. That's what's got us into this. As soon as she sat down and got caught in a lie. That's what, like, we were doing good. Issa went to shit.
It was actually good early warning, because if these dudes didn't believe the portal story, whoever the hell is in charge here is not going to believe the portal story.
Issa has a +9 deception and she rolled a 1. Plus 9.
Perfect.
So what are you guys all doing? You have
Zen,
15 seconds.
Zen is stealthily going down the stairs.
All right, roll a stealth check. Lisa's following you. What's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna hide under the table.
I am
Roll a
just gonna
stealth
be
check.
ready.
Yep, I'm just gonna.
Can I hold an action?
Yes.
You don't even know if we're gonna fight these guys yet.
Hold
We're
an
You rolled a
action.
first.
They're gonna come down
Anybody
those
comes at
stairs.
us looking aggressively, I am going to hurt them.
All right, what are you holding and what are you doing?
I'm gonna hold an Eldritch Blast, and only if, like, they come down and they're like, get him! Or anybody comes out of these doors in an aggressive manner.
Okay. Zan, you're going down. Vidania, what are you up to?
I'm just gonna stand and wait.
You're just standing out in the open.
Yeah.
Are you holding anything?
I'll just have my hand like on my short sword just in case.
Okay. You hear your little necklace. It starts whimpering, like. And
feed
so,
it.
Feed it some of that venison.
sorry, Arik, what are you doing?
So you said this is like a wall right here, so this goes
Yeah,
up.
those stairs go up, and there's a wall.
So I can stick right here.
Yep.
Right, like, and they won't see me if they come down those stairs.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So as you guys are all starting to do this, you do hear, you see that the door over here tries to open. So it's closed. It tries to open, but the person like pushes and sees that it's locked, and then you don't hear anything else. Zan, you start stealthing down the stairs, and so does Issa. And that is where we will pick up on, well, actually, this Saturday, we are going to do a fireside chat, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to, or we can continue with the game.
We need to not be infiltrators anymore, because we really suck at it.
Yeah, we should have just gone in guns blazing.
We really should have. We should have just smashed that first cobalt and then just tore through this fucking place like fucking wildebeest.
Look, if we're
Well, we
gonna have
didn't
to
know there
turn-
weren't that many of them.
If we inevitably turn into murder hobos every time, we just gotta lean into that.
Gotta own it.
So there are a couple dozen kobolds in this place, just to say. There's only a few cultists, but they did say there's a couple dozen kobolds. So on Saturday, we're going to do a fireside chat instead of our normal session. We're just going to kind of talk D&D, and it was supposed to be in celebration of hitting 200 followers, but it could be in celebration of that, and also our connections here with the Armory. By the time Saturday rolls around, I should have gotten to at least one other store who's going to also do the word of the week, which is Poof, by the way. Poof. So,
Not poop.
not Poof.
It should, I was gonna say, it should be the phrase of the
With
week.
an F.
Fuck again.
So we're going to take questions and talk about probably how you guys came to build your characters and what you think of D&D so far, because everybody's new. We're at session 63 tonight, and
That's
it's
crazy.
been, yeah, I know, it's been 9 months. We started like mid-January, so like 9.5 months at this point, right?
Mm.
Maybe 8 months,
like-
whatever.
January 19th, 20th, something like that.
Okay, yeah, so it's been about 8 months, and it's been a roller coaster of fun. So we will just kind of chat, talk about stuff. There'll be a roaring fire. We were going to do it in person, but unfortunately, there has been COVID in our extended circle that is currently wreaking havoc on someone that we care about. Or, I mean, you guys barely know him, but at least an individual who was going to help us with doing it in person. And so, fingers crossed, hopefully he recovers quickly and comes back healthy, and we are then able to maybe do our in-person fireside chat a little later, I hope. So there'll be more to come on that, but yeah, so Thursday we are doing our session 0 for the one shot that we're going to run for the month of October, and Fires of Atheline and Chris and Kevin and Ark Survivor are actually going to be playing this game. So we're going to do our session 0. They'll learn a little bit how to play the game and also how to use Foundry. So yeah, we will see you on Thursday. Let's see who we want to raid. And thank you to Pint and Pie again for the host. They need to I've been trying to keep an eye out on when they are up, because I do want to learn about how to kind of do some interaction with the stream when I have time to learn stuff. How about who's playing live right now? We've got. How about Dice Cream Sandwich? Wait, have we rated them recently?
The name sounds amusingly
It sounds familiar.
So they.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna see, because I've got a much bigger list of people on my main Twitch here. So let me go there. We'll just slow everything down. Woo.
What was that?
Oh my!
That was a don't do that.
That was my AC. Sorry.
Oh.
See the beeping noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. It's crazy that it's like such a quiet noise. I'm surprised you guys even hear that.
Oh, Raging Rolls also is doing a charity for the month of October, NAT1s and NAT20s, or something along those lines, equals $1, I think, towards Beyond Blue, which is, from what I've seen, a very large, I think it's Beyond Blue. You can let me know if I'm wrong, if it's not them. But a pretty large charity in Australia that helps with mental health, especially due to the circumstances everybody finds themselves in, being isolated, and it's affecting a lot of people pretty rough, especially now we're 6 months into being secluded from each other and everything. So is it Beyond Blue? Yeah, Beyond Blue. Great. So go check them out to see, I guess, for the whole month of October, how many bucks they can gather.
That's excellent.
There's so many up right now.
Who doesn't love a Tuesday?
I know. Oh, and Fires of Atheline is supporting Mind, a UK mental health charity in Mind, a UK mental health charity in October with Fires of Hope initiative. That is great. We'll have to jump on board with charity stream at some point. All right, so let's raid. Have we done Nerd League Gaming?
Not recently, I
I
don't
think
think.
so.
Or there's Behold Roleplay?
I don't think we've done them. That doesn't sound
Yeah, I don't
familiar.
think so either. Let's try Behold Roleplay. They're doing Jackbox Party Packs. I have no idea what that is, but we'll try it. Oops, I spelled raid wrong. Oh, Mental Health Awareness Month is October, so that makes sense. All right, well, thank you everybody. We've got 13 viewers. We're going to grab you all, hopefully, and bring you with us to the whole role play. And we'll see you on Thursday for session 0 of The King Under the Hill. What in the heck?
Night, everybody.
Oh, no.
Good night.
Eventually, it will work.
I don't know what's going on next in this crazy fucking
We're gonna
mansion,
burn this
but
place to the
Poof.
goddamn ground.
if you're local, just remember to go in, write poof on the thing, and put it in the thing.
Right.
Put
We
the thing
arrange
in
the
the thing.
bodies. Arrange all the bodies in the word proof. God, I feel like this is what happens every time. Like we do well, and then just one thing happens, and then after that one
Well,
thing, it's a cascade of shit.
It's not usually a one thing. It's usually a nat 1 on like a crucial like. It's like everything else we kind of BS our way through, but then like, oh, here's that nat 1 that immediately throws a red flag like into
But then
everything you just did.
That's like that's like oh, hit the rock, and then everything after that is just falling off the waterfall.
See,
And
I
you
wanted to
realize-
ask who this person is, who's here, who's in charge, but like, if we're supposed to be somebody that we know, then I didn't want to be like, oh, like who's that?
Yes.
Like, what are they? Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not Dragonborn. I kind of gleaned that from their reaction, but